Hello again, and welcome back to another exciting episode of FSD TV. Today we have Kim Bass back with us again, and today we're going to find out what happens with Peter and Pax when we start getting coyotes involved with the story. So Kim, take it away.
All right, guys, I'm back. It's Mrs. Bass, and this is Chapter 31. Are you ready? We're going to be dealing with Pax and Bristle and the coyotes. Here we go, Gage. Chapter 31. Pax reached the tree just as the coyotes sprang again, this time finding enough purchase to hang from the branch. Pax flew at him and bit a mouthful of brindled fur and hung on. The coyote dropped and sank his teeth into Pax's shoulder, all in one motion. Pax jerked free and then back toward the south edge of the clearing, hoping to lead the coyote away from the tree, away from the den, away from the foxes he loved. The coyote didn't follow. He threw back his head and barked. Then he turned his eye to Bristle again. Pax lowered himself and began to creep back toward the tree. But then he stopped. He swung his head toward a sound from the encampment. His boy's voice? Ahead, the tall coyote barked again, and this time the call was answered. 3 sets of ears cocked at the same spot in the juniper ring. A second coyote trotted out, another male, this one pale and stocky. He surveyed the scene and broke into a gallop for the tree. Bristle issued another threat yowl and spiked her fur, but Pax saw her eyes roll in terror. The second coyote pawed at the trunk. And then Pax heard it again, his boy calling his name. He bolted out of the clearing and through the stand of trees. At the ridgeline above the mill, he stopped. Warsick men streamed from the walls, sticks raised, converging on a figure down on the field. It was a black-haired youth, curled on the burnt ground. His boy! The wind blowing from the north told him nothing. The soldiers stopped, their sticks still menacing. The boy rose. He was tall, but Pax saw that his body didn't look like Peter's. This boy's shoulders were thrown wide, and braced under one was a narrow pole. Stranger still, this boy held his head high, not canted downward. He faced the men in defiance, something Pax had never seen Peter do, and raised his fist and shook it at them. A single soldier ran down to the field. This one moved like his boy's father. He shouted, and the voice was familiar. But then the man walked to the boy and embraced him, something Pax had never seen the father do. Were these his humans? Pax tried to scent, but the gusting breeze carried only the musk of enraged coyotes. He turned back for the clearing. And that ends Chapter 31. Chapter 32. Peter let his father hug him. For so many years, he had wanted to be in that circle of protective love. He had felt his father quake with sobs, and he wanted to reassure him that everything was all right, but it wasn't. His hands stayed clenched, one on the crutch grip, one on the toy soldier. He pulled away. "What are you doing here? You told me you would only be laying wire." And then he understood everything at once. Why the men hadn't advanced, how the grasses had been burned and the trees uprooted and the river strangled with rocks, how there could be nothing left of a fox but a single leg. You knew. He shoved the toy soldier into his pocket and picked up the fox leg. You knew, and you did this. Pax! And that ends Chapter 32. Are you ready? We're going to keep going. Chapter 33. Again, Pax thought he heard his boy's voice. He pricked his ears back to the camp. Just then, the wind shifted. Pax smelled the Warsick sweat, their cordite, their motor fuel, their charred fields, and his 2 humans. He ran back to the ridge. He saw his boy lift something from the ground, a stick, but not a stick, something furred and broken. The grief-yearning scent rolled up the hill, fresh and keen from his boy, but also old and strained from his boy's father. So this scent was not Peter's alone. It was the scent of humans. His boy held the broken thing above his head and cried something angry, and then, "Pax!" And Pax barked. And that ends chapter 33.
Thank you so much, Kim. And I'll tell you what, my emotions are running amok. I don't know what to think at this point, but we're coming to the end. So on behalf of everyone here at FSD TV Studios, my name is Mark Sonny, and keep reading, Fullerton.